Today we began our trial against Donald Trump. Today was the second day of our trial against Donald Trump. Today was the third day of our trial against Donald Trump. Today was the fourth day of our trial against Donald Trump. We just concluded the seventh day of our trial against Donald Trump. Today we wrapped up the second week of our trial against Donald Trump.
It has been 10 days since the FBI raids on the deputy mayors of New York, NYPD Commissioner Caban, and the state's top law enforcement officer, Tish James, Attorney General Tish James. This is Tish James's official X account since the scandals broke. On September 5th, she's wishing the kids a good day, first day at school. She's also talking about AI deepfakes. September 6th, she's talking about a contractor in Niagara County who stole $230,000. This is a scandal she's focused on the day after the deputy mayors of New York are raided by the FBI. The police commissioner is raided by the FBI. Unbelievable. On September 6th, she's speaking about a terrorist attack against Jews in New York. Fair enough. Meanwhile, the corruption scandal is unfolding and is happening. No comment. On September 7th, she's out parading around with, of course, Kathy Hochul, always available for a camera, not available for a comment, apparently. September 7th as well, she is talking about health records in Texas and anti-choice. This is not the most important issue facing New York that day. On September 8th, she's back placating the Jewish community because she's, quite frankly, not really great on anything having to do with Israel, in my opinion. And September 8th, she's releasing more information about AI-generated deepfakes. On September 10th, she's talking about social media and mental health crises. This woman isn't speaking about the largest scandal in the history of New York in our lifetimes. And she's the top law enforcement officer. September 10th, she goes after J.D. Vance. Really? On her official government attorney general account, she's going after the Republican vice presidential candidate, not commenting on the Democratic scandals in her state, where she's the top law enforcement officer. She's going after this guy. September 11th, she does what everybody does on September 11th who's in politics, but doesn't say anything about the largest corruption scandal in her state. Then September 12th, so she's talking about Latino raids and their merits, whether they're legal or not illegal or not legal, and no comment on the widespread corruption in New York State, or even the Chinese spy scandal in her own state administration as well. Not hers, but Kathy Hochul's. This is the top law enforcement officer of the state of New York, who everyone is listening to when it comes to Donald Trump and that absurd case she brought against him. No comment about clear corruption in the state of New York. You just simply can't make this up. On September 13th, she's talking about deed theft. Okay, under normal times, sure, why not? But in place of speaking about the largest corruption scandal in your state ever in your lifetime, and you're not a spring chicken, Tish James. You're what? You're my age? All right. And then on the 13th, she's talking about mental health providers again. Almost seems like this woman is focusing on mental health issues for a reason here. On September, this is 18 hours ago from when I'm doing this. It is her last post. And what is she talking about? Social media platforms again. And spreading awareness about mental health crises. All right. During the Donald Trump trial, she spent every morning on social media talking about that trial. She had a comment every day about every detail, about every breath taken in that courtroom. And yet, as a major scandal unfolds in the state of New York, both on a statewide level with the Chinese spy scandal and in New York City, the largest city in her state in America, she is silent. Tish, who are you hanging out with? All these cops that have been pointing out your association with Consofrito or whatever it's called, and you hanging out there with known felons, and you've got no comment about a shakedown scandal involving clubs and the police commissioner, and you've got no comment about the mayor's appointment.
Too male, too pale, and too stale.
Really, Tish James? What are you hiding, Tish James? Because it's certainly looking like you are hiding something. Really is looking like you're hiding something. You should really hold a press conference and allow the press to question you extensively about your views about what's going on in your own state, instead of commenting on J.D. Vance